Hello, this is Brenda Boyan with Brenda Boyan. Check this out. Now, today I'm going to do one that's a little bit different. I'm going to do one about how to save your dog if they have some sort of neurological reaction to the flea and tick medication, which is very common. Okay, now this is a little bit different than the usual um, video I make because I usually research them extensively. But the only way you could research this extensively is to go to a vet and ask them. And vets don't give free advice, and that's fine because that is their profession. Okay. But on the back of one of the flea and tick medications, the one she put on their neck, okay, I got some advice. Now, I assume the others don't put it on there because they don't want to make you think that there might be some complications. But they all do have warnings that there are complications that can be fatal. And while I was researching to find the best one, I saw so many sad stories. I saw this one just pathetic story of this poor woman who put a flea collar on her dog, and then it started having seizures, and she didn't put the two together. And so she didn't take the flea collar off, and he died. She just rushed him to the vet, but it was too late. And that seems to be the theme, that it's too late once you get them to the vet. Okay, so on the back of one particular one, the kind you put on their neck, which I assume are all in the same base. They might be different poison formulations, but I'm sure they're all in the same base. Okay, I can't be positive because, like I said, I can't go get free advice, but I just heard so many horror stories that I have to share this in case it can help. On the back of one of them, they said when you put the flea medication on them, on their neck, okay, to have some mild dishwashing soap right there, right next to you. And if they start to have any kind of a neurological problem, breathing problems, stumbling, seizures, anything, immediately take them and wash them in this mild dishwashing liquid. Do it fast though, because something else might be wrong with them. They might accidentally happen to have epilepsy on the same day because I had a dog that had epilepsy on the same day as you put the flea and tick medication on them. Not likely, but And then if you have the funds, rush them to the veterinarian hospital. I don't have funds like that. You know, um, I hate the way they won't even tell you. Well, say what I think is wrong with them is wrong with them. How much would that cost? Because I can afford an $80 to $250 vet exam. Okay, if I'm not going to be able to afford the treatment, what good does it do me to find out what's wrong if I can't help? So I wish they would at least tell you, well, if you think is what's wrong, you think is wrong, this is how much it would cost between here and here. Okay, but they won't do that. However, you know, so if your dog starts having neurological signs, I have found from my research that you just do not make it to the hospital in time. So take the mild dishwashing soap and wash them really, really quickly so that you can rush them to the hospital. Okay. But, or if you can't, if you can afford that, if you can't, then just wash them very quickly. I've had to do that with my dog one time. I put some stuff on him and he started having some neurological symptoms. He was stumbling and stuff, and I washed him off very quickly and it worked. Okay. Um, if you have the ability to ask your vet, is this true with every single brand? Okay. Then please do. Like I said, I like to do more research than this, but I just don't have the money to do more research. But from all the horror stories I've heard of poor people's pets dying because they couldn't make it to the hospital in time, I have to share this. So mild dishwashing soap, have it right next to you when you put it on when you put the poison on the pet. That's what they even recommended on the one they recommended it. So this is Brenda Boyan. Brenda Boyan, check this out. If you'd like to buy me a coffee for trying to save your pet or for actually saving your pet, please do. I don't have any additional content because I don't want to keep anyone from having my content. But if you'd like to buy me a coffee, I'll put the link below, and I'd really appreciate it. You have a great day and stay safe.